What's up, Nation? Really appreciate each and every last one of you all for tuning in. My name is Law Nation. We're going to talk about Dak Prescott, J.J. Watt, of course, right? And all of the other things that's pertaining Dak Prescott. Now, I did mention Richard Sherman, right? You guys heard about that on my previous video. And I was only talking about the fact that if you bring a man for a veteran help, not for the end all be all, and I see a lot of people points. I understand that part of it. But when you look at this team, the Dallas Cowboys, we need help on the defensive side of the ball, regardless of how you look at it. We need help. We need help. And I believe the best way to bring in that help is not through rookies. Now, rookies would be a situation where you bring them in and hopefully they can create a new type of culture, but that takes time. It do. It flat out takes time. And you do not want the young guys to try to learn from the older guys that's already on here. You want them to pick up their own philosophy, their own mindset, if that's the case in the scenario. Now, the situation would be when you're talking about bringing in a new defensive coordinator, you got to establish that type of mindset of what he's selling. And why not bring in somebody that's already knows the system? That's all I'm saying with Richard Sherman. Not saying that he's a shutdown corner. Not saying that he's going to be a guy that will erase all of the warts and the issues with this Dallas Cowboys team, because we still need help from the interior. I don't think nobody can argue against that. And we still need help at safety play. And I believe in the hearts of hearts, everybody knows that you get that help via the free agency and also via the draft, but it takes time, right? So bring in, just hear me out, bring in a Richard Sherman to help be the bridge, be the best bridge player he can be. That's all I'm saying. Now with the J.J. Watt, similar situation. The guy is long in the tooth. He's on his way out of the NFL, basically. He's going to retire and these sorts of things. But if you just tell him to come on over for a cup of coffee, maybe, just maybe. Now, he might look at it and say, well, I'm hanging up my cleats. And you already could look at this team and say, well, you got a D-Law. But remember what this great coach said. Bill Parcells, if you think you're good at a situation or a position, draft again, right? Or, use the word or, bring in somebody in to help that side out. That's all I'm saying, because you never know. The football season is always long, and they always say this: it's better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than to have the opportunity and not be prepared, right? Right? So, let's talk about Dakota Prescott, and everybody, mama, uncle, cousin know that this offseason is the watch of Dak Prescott. Will he stay on his team? Will he go to another team? Will he be on a situation where is everybody looking for a signed-in trade situation, right? Because everybody can look at the fact that this team, regardless of the situation, people will say this team need defense, right? But it need a whole culture change on the defensive side. That's a story of a different day. But consistency is one of the major things that we would need out of this team as it relates to the offensive side or the defensive side. We need some type of consistency. And just to preface my statement, these wide receivers, they don't like Dak Prescott. No. Oh, they don't like Dak Prescott. They love him. They work out with him during the offseason, and that's hard to develop that type of rapport, continuity, all of those things. It takes time. And one thing that I can say, the heart and soul of this team, regardless of whether or not you like Dak Prescott or not, he is. He's the heart and soul. Everybody gravitates towards him. Some of the fan base do as well. And if you're around this community, if you're in the Frisco area, if you're in the Plano area, if you're in Arlington, if you're close to the Star, if you're close to Texas, you will feel the impact that Dakota Prescott exemplifies. Now, there's three choices in the franchise arena where you can franchise tag him for an exclusive rights. Then you can non-exclusive franchise tag him. But I'm not even going to get into the third choice. But I would say this, though. If the Cowboys do decide to do that non-exclusive franchise deal, boy, they will be playing with fire. Because what will happen here is then they will have to trust their scouting department in this draft, their free agency pool in this off season. Because what will happen here is Dak Prescott, with the non-exclusive franchise tag, he will be able to go out and shop and say, okay, how much you want me to play for your team? How much you would give me to play for your team as far as salary? And that's the true way. That's the true way to really see what your value will be. And everybody knows some teams got more cap space and cap room than others, right? Right? Let me know if I'm wrong. So when you look at this thing, if the Cowboys are foolish enough to allow Dak Prescott to go out there and test the market, baby, I'm telling you, if you've seen what the LA Rams did to get their particular quarterback in Matthew Stafford, you can only close your eyes and imagine on the free market what Dak Prescott. Man, look, the thing will be so crazy. I'm telling you, I know a lot of people look at this situation and say, well, Law, although he won over 40 games in his 5 years or what have you, majority of those games came in his rookie year and these sorts of things. In his second year, yes, he was 9-7, and then they went 10-6, 8-8. He's been on a downward pattern since then. And I'm just trying to tell people, wake up. He did that with Jason Garrett. Let me repeat, he did that with Jason Garrett. And so many people, and I'm not trying to throw Jason Garrett under the bus. And also you had the Metal and Jerry Jones in the picture too. They didn't know how to build this team. Let's be real with it, Cowboy Nation. Let's be real with it. And on one end, they saying that, hey, the end all be all, the start, what is the straw that stirs the drink is Ezekiel Elliott. You paid him all of this money? Huh? You paid the running back all of this money? And by ladder of just the natural flow of the rules and regulation, the unwritten rules of the running back society, that running backs only last 3 years. Now, granted, Ezekiel Elliott may be an elite running back, so maybe you add 2 more years to that. That's 5 years, right? But on the high end of production-wise, you might say that, hey, his best years is behind him now, right? And you saw a quarterback every year getting better and better and better. Huh? You paid Jalen Smith, a man with one leg. La'el Collins, the man, the brother, we love him. Storyline, great. He been robbed of his NFL opportunities to walk out there to get drafted in the first round because of some nefarious charges and these sorts of things, right? We can say that. But the brother still got his bag, his paper, his coins. All of that negotiation happened before you paid your quarterback. So his representative and his agency is looking at it like, well, I'm talking about Dak Prescott at this point. Is looking at it like, nah, you want me to give you a discount? You want me to take less money, less guaranteed money than Carson Wentz, Jared Goff? It's not happening, Cap. It's not happening. Now, granted, if they allowed his brother to test the market, don't you know how crazy that would be? The Joneses, y'all better listen to what Jimmy said. Jimmy said, hey, there's no way I would have waited this long to not pay Dak Prescott, basically. That's all I'm saying. So do not allow this kid to test the market on his own. No, it'll be a crazy charge. Now, on the flip side, you can put those tenders on them, maybe 2 first rounds. Maybe you can just reach and say 3 first rounds and maybe a second and a third, because we see that that's what the asking price for, what the Texans want for Deshaun Watson. What is it, 2 first rounds, 2 second rounds, and 2 star defensive players? They want a king's ransom. I'm quite sure that for Dak Prescott, it will be a king's ransom as well. Post me your thoughts, post me your concerns down below, Cowboy Nation. My name is Law Nation. If you like this channel, hit that like button, share this content. Let a friend, neighbor, foe know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and Beyond. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Patio Law, baby. Let's go, y'all. Let me know if y'all like the patio. Patio Law time for your mind, baby. Let's go.